Hello students, today we will see about aggregate functions. So aggregate functions are functions which operates on multiple rows. Aggregate functions are functions which operates on multiple rows. It considers multiple rows and it takes values from different fields of the different rows, and they can do the operation. And the functions are sum, average, max, min, count. So we have 5 basic operations in aggregate functions: sum, average, max, min and count. So as the name indicates, it retrieves the values as indicated. Sum means we will be getting the sum of the values which are entered in different rows. Sum of marks means in marks field we can get the sum of marks. And here also we can combine conditions. Sum of marks where name like a percentage. We can give like that because this is a query, and as we use where clause in query, we can use here also we can use this where condition. Okay. For example, select max of marks from student. It means that to get the maximum marks of that field, So selecting max of marks from student means it considers all the marks from all records, and it gives back the maximum marks, max marks. Okay. Likewise, we can give count of marks, means how many entries are there in the field, marks, count of marks. Then we can give minimum, we can give average, we can give sum. So these are the aggregate functions. Here also we can combine where where marks greater than 40. Does not seem having logic for this, but we can give like this: marks where marks greater than 40. Then it will give the maximum marks which are greater than 40. But this is having some logic. Count. Select count of marks from student where marks greater than 40. This means that how many students have passed. If the pass mark is 40, then we can get the count of the students who have marks greater than 40. Okay, so this have some logic. Like that we can have average, sum, etc. Okay, we will try to do this. Okay, changing to MySQL. So MySQL minus u, using root user and giving by password. And by providing password, we change to MySQL prompt, and I am using our database, use S3CS. Okay, let us see which all tables are here. So show tables. Okay, we have 2 tables, department and student. Select star from student, viewing the records. Okay, no records are there. Okay, select star from department. Here also no records are there. So we will insert the records. Insert into. Before that we have to see the structure of that. So describe student. So it has 4 fields. Okay, 4 fields. So insert into student values 1 comma, I don't have to give in single quotes, Arun comma marks comma department ID. Okay. So one record inserted. So I will insert 5 or 6 records and will continue recording later. Okay. So okay, I have inserted some records and select star from student. Okay, so we have 10 records. And now I would like to use this aggregate function. So I am using this select max of marks from student. So we will be getting the maximum marks. We will be getting the maximum marks from student. That is now Binoy has the maximum marks. So it is 85. So we have given select max of marks from student. So we got the maximum marks. Likewise, we can give minimum marks. The minimum marks is 23. Okay. Then we can give count of marks. How many marks are there? It has 10 records, so the count is 10. Select sum of marks. The total marks scored by all the students. Sum of marks. Okay. Then average of marks. Well, what is the marks average? Okay. So the function is AVG, I think. Okay. So the function name is AVG. So we have these much functions. Sum, average, AVG for average, mean, max and count. So this is a very powerful feature of this SQL because we can use these aggregate functions for retrieving many conditions. Likewise, if I want to get the marks scored by to get the name of the student who has scored the highest marks. So we know how to get the highest marks. Highest marks is max of marks. So this is the maximum mark. So we have the maximum mark from a set of marks, but the question is to get the name of the student having the maximum marks. So it is not possible to give like this. Select name from student where marks is equal to max marks. Even though we have to do this, but the query will be showing some error. So for this we have to use a query for getting the maximum marks. So we know what is the query for getting maximum marks. This is the query for getting the maximum marks. So we have to substitute this here. Okay, so we will do that. Copy this. Equal to paste. Okay, now you can see that I have given a bracket for that, where marks is equal to, in brackets I have given a query. What is use of that? While executing this full query, first execute the inner query, the one which is given in the brackets, because that value is to be substituted at that place. So we have to use proper brackets in order to get the correct logic of execution. So now you will be getting the name. Okay. So this is the application of this inner queries, a query inside another query. Okay, so likewise we can give the get the name of the person having lowest marks, etc., etc. Okay, now one more thing. I will be using this. Select max marks from student where department ID is equal to 10. Okay, so Vinod belongs to department 10, that's why it came like that. We will see the other one, department ID is equal to 20. Okay, so it is 71. So it is a conditional query. Now it is a conditional query. That is selecting maximum marks from student. It is not considering all the marks. It considers only the marks of the records having department ID equal to 20. Okay, so select star from department. Student. So you can get this logic here. That is DPID contains two fields, 10 and 20. So we can give condition like this. We can check for the max marks from student where department ID equal to 20. Okay, so the maximum marks of the student having department ID 20 will be shown. Okay, likewise we can use minimum, average, everything else. Okay, select average marks from student where marks greater than 50. Okay, so we will be getting how many records, how many students have marks greater than 50 and what is the average among them. So it is a very useful feature of the of SQL to get the to use the aggregate functions. Okay. Now we will see two more type queries in the same class. So we have seen about the aggregate functions. Okay, so you can practice different queries on this. You can make questions how to get this type of outputs. Okay, what is the name of the student having minimum marks? Okay, you can use using inner queries. Okay, also how many students have scored more than the class average? Okay, this is also possible using inner query. How many students have scored marks greater than the class average? Okay, now I am going to use two more types of queries. One is group by, other is order by. I have shown you order by clause earlier, but now also I am going to demonstrate that. Select star from student. Select all the fields. Order by marks. Okay, so it will show the list of students in the order of marks. Order by marks. If I want to show it in the descending order, then you can give DESC at the end of the query and it will sort it in the descending order. It will show it in the descending order. Okay. So this now it is 85, 71, 65, 61, etc. Okay, so this is sorting in descending order. So you can if you want to get the names of the students only in the order of marks, descending order, you can replace that star with the name. If you want to get only the name of the students, you can replace it with name instead of star. Okay, so SQL is you can now see SQL as a powerful language because it can retrieve data from the table in different ways. Okay, so now we will see one more query like this. That is, if I am giving select star from student or select select maximum marks from student where department ID is equal to 10. What happened? Select max marks from student. Okay. For that we have to go for this group by. Okay, I want to group the items. I want to group the items as department ID 10, department ID 20. Okay, so I am using this select max of marks from student group by department ID. Group by department ID. Okay, it is unknown column. Okay, the field name was DEPID. Okay, that's the problem. So okay, so first we will try this. Okay, select max marks from student where DEPID equal 10. That is maximum of marks in the department 10. Okay, now I am giving where department ID is equal to 20. Look, what is that? We had two queries, one with department ID equal 10, one with department ID equal 20. If that field contains 10 or 20 departments, I need to give 20 queries for retrieving this maximum value of each department from the database. Okay. So if my question was to get the maximum marks of student in each department. Okay, select maximum marks of student in each department. So for that we are using this group by clause. Okay, so that is max marks from student group by department ID. So we got the maximum marks. Okay, in each department. So if I want to get the department ID also along with that, it is possible. So we will get in department ID and maximum marks. So this is the magic of group by. So group by is for grouping the records based on a particular field. That is, now we have grouped it depending on the DEPID, department ID, and we are applying a aggregate function. We are applying an aggregate function on this group, on each group. So select DEPID, max marks from student group by DEPID. So all the records having 10 are grouped, and then the maximum marks from that is taken. Okay. Similarly, all the records of 20 are grouped, and then maximum marks of 20 are taken. Likewise, if I had 10 or 20 departments, I will be getting the maximum marks scored in each department. So this is the use of group by. That is grouping the records, grouping the entire records based on a value in a field and performing a aggregate function or an aggregate function. Okay. So the drawback of this group by, not drawback, the usage of this group by is that only these two fields can be selected. That is, we can select the field from which was used for grouping. Here I have used DEPID for grouping, so I can select that DEPID. Then I can use a aggregate function. Use one or more aggregate function. Okay. No other fields cannot be selected because it cannot be shown. Because each field will be different. So this is the usage of group by. While using group by, we can group into different groups, can perform an aggregate function, and also the field on which the grouping was done can be displayed. Okay, I hope that it is clear. Now select DPID, max marks from student group by DPID. So all the records are grouped into different groups which have similar values in DPID, and an aggregate function is operated on that, and both the aggregate function result and the grouping value or the value in each group is shown. Okay, so this is grouped by DPID, and here also we can give some condition. Group by DPID, I am giving condition using a word called having. Okay, having marks less than 60. Okay, so okay. Having DPID equal to 10. Okay, that is as I told, in group by we can handle only two things. One is grouping field and the other is aggregate function. Okay, and we can give conditions on grouping field also, like using having. Okay, so by using having we can give conditions on this grouping field. If I have 20 departments and I want to see only the details of departments whose code is less than 20 or something like that. If they have code 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. For the department IDs, then we can give conditions on this grouping field also. Okay, so having is used for giving conditions on the queries which use group by. Okay, after using group by, you cannot give condition using where, so you have to give condition using having, and the condition is restricted to the grouping field also. Okay, so we have seen three things in this class. One is aggregate function, that is 5 aggregate functions: count, min, max, sum and AVG. Okay, and the second one was order by, how to order the records, and the third one is group by, how to group the records and to perform an aggregate function. Okay, so we will see in the next class. Thank you.